Hey everyone, Rick here, and folks, back with another unboxing. This time, a whole pile of stuff. Dice related, just gaming related in general. I'll have a link to this website in the description. This is not something sponsored or anything like that, just another purchase that I had made of some stuff I actually saw in a Facebook advertisement. So I'm anxious to see how this stuff ends up looking. Now, I'll be honest, you always hear horror stories about social media marketing ads and the product ends up being an absolute disaster. Got my slip here, and so I'm excited to see how this ends up turning out. So we went overboard in a few different places here. I got a whole bunch of these dice trays. Dice trays are I feel like one of the most invaluable resources you can have at the table. So these are snaps, like 6-sided dice trays with the snaps on here. Now, they kind of talked on the website how these snaps are supposedly black to kind of blend in with the faux leather or whatever that material is. This is all stuff from Forged. So there's 4 of these, just black 6-sided dice trays. And then what is this? This is something. Book of Incantation spell card book, I think is what this is. I'm going to unbox all this, and then we'll take a look at each product individually. And then, oh my gosh, look at this thing. They have it nicely packed in its own little box. Dice case double tray. So this will have a handle on it. It has a nice clear lid and the tray to hold all of these dice. So you can kind of display them and store them both. And what is this big old thing? And I gotta tell you, shipping on this was free, and it was unbelievably fast. Because I'm looking at this packing slip. When did I place this order? On the 3rd, and it's the 5th. Can you believe it? Free shipping, and it was super fast. That's freaking awesome. This is the Grim Bones Dice Tower. This is what led me to their website, and I am so excited to take a look at that in just a second also. Oh my gosh, this thing's going to be really cool, I hope. And then lastly, look how they wrapped all this. It's packaged so nice. No plastic packing materials. It's all paper. And each thing is individually wrapped. And what is this? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this as well. This dice jail. Can you believe this? We'll take a look at that as well, because I don't know about you, but I absolutely have some dice that need to be thrown in jail and the key thrown away. All right, that should be everything in the box. Now let's start taking a look at some of this stuff itself. Oh man, I'm really excited. Now first let's look at this. This spell card book. All of this stuff fits in this bag. But I actually got this whole kit for one specific reason. So this is the Forged Games logo. And it's in this big, kind of velveteen-ish bag, drawstring bag, inside of which are 2 things. A deck of dry erase blank cards. This is what I actually picked this whole thing up for. On one side, they're just kind of blank, and on the other side, it looks like a scroll of parchment. Like parchment paper and a scroll rolled out. And then this really cool, what they call spell book. Apparently if you play Dungeons and Dragons and you have spell cards, you'll put them in here. Look at how it's done with like this dragon pattern. Very cool. And you just slip this right through there, open it up, and it's like a place to hold your spell cards or trading cards or whatever the case may be. I'm still trying to kind of come up with a reason to have this, but it's a fantastic little spell book for sure. Honestly, I don't think you'd want to put anything in here like a deck of cards that you play with, because then you have to pull out each and every individual card. But it's a really cool thing if you just have reference cards that you can keep in here and flip through. But this right here is why I got this set, because this is exactly what I was looking for. I can't remember if I've taken a video yet of my updated Dicey Depths Adventures scenario situation, because now there are quests you go on and you roll to randomly generate them and you write them on cards that look just like this, but they're really crappy cards that I just made. I printed out a faux parchment look to the front and just something to go on the back and taped them front and back to a trading card and put them in a sleeve so that they'd be dry erase. Actually, no, I didn't even put them in a sleeve. I laminated it, and then so you could dry erase right on it. And then look, I found this deck of exactly what I needed. All these cards are dry erase. And so as we roll to see what the quests are for the given turn, grab a few of these, jot down the basics of each quest, and boom, there you have it. Dry erase scroll cards. These are freaking fantastic. That's why I got this entire set right here. It was for those cards, but I love this little book. And of course, you can always use a drawstring bag. Okay, let's leave Grim Bones to the very end. This is the double case dice tray, and I was super thrilled about this too. Of course, I didn't even go to this website until I saw a Facebook ad for that Grim Bones dice tower, and then once I was on that website, I found all this stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what do we have here? This is a really, it's like that material you take off. Let's zoom out a little. Actually, I'll put you on top of here. How's that? That might be a little better. So here's this really cool case, clear top. So we'll pull this off, and there's another one on the inside. The sides, it looks like they have locks on them with latches, you know, to keep your really expensive dice safe. And then boom, the lid just lifts up and off, and then we'll pull this out of here. Oh, how beautiful. And I'm getting my fingerprints on it already. And then boom, look at this. Oh, here's the keys in 2 trays. Oh, cool, look at that. The bottom says forged. You may be even able to use this as a dice tray, but otherwise there's 2 of these, what is that, 6x4, 24 slot, soft velvet lined trays that you can put your dice in, and then when they're in there, pop the lid on, and boom, look at that. With the handle and everything. Oh my gosh, how freaking cool is that? You can see right through there in that window. Bottom's just solid. Oh, that is freaking awesome. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, heck yes. And, I was going to say last but not least, no, not yet, because now this. Now let's take a look at this. The Serpent Cell Dice Jail. Okay, what's this all about? Well, we know what this is. This is just a little totally unnecessary, frivolous accessory. But if you are rolling dice and they are just constantly betraying you, I encourage you to pick up a dice jail. Because I always joke about throwing my dice in jail, but now I literally have a dice jail. Oh, now that is just so cool. Not that far. There we go. And it's magnetic. Magnetically closed. And here it is with the really cool dragon on the top. You have the kind of the dungeon look and the forged logo on the sides. 2 hinges there. And that's literally what the whole idea is. You have dice that are misbehaving. Slam the door on them. Lock them in dice jail. How freaking sweet is that? How much was that? Does it say on this sheet? Without giving away any address details. So the dice trays were $11 a piece, which was honestly a really good price, and they're kind of big. $20 for what essentially amounts to me wanting that deck of 50 or 60 or whatever laminated dry erase parchment cards, but also, of course, it comes with a book in the bag. The dice jail's $40, a little on the pricey side, and then the display case was $50, so pretty expensive, but I was super excited about that. And lastly, what we're about to look at now for $70 is this Forged Grimbones Reaper Dice Tower in this box here. And so here it is. On the side, it's this Grim Reaper forged on the back, atop a pile of skulls with the scythe in hand. Drop the dice down the top, comes out the mouth. Yeah, let's get this guy out here. This is the thing that I saw on Facebook, and I was like, how cool is that? I have some dice towers. I really don't use dice towers, but I love decor, and especially decor that could actually be used, like a very cool looking dice tower. And then I happened to go to the website, saw that they had just an absolute ton of other things. And so I snagged one of these. Come on, back up. There we go. Oh my gosh, this thing is massive. Holy smokes. Look at this guy. Holy cow. So here it is in all of its glory. Let's see if we can get an angle where the light kind of gets on it. Look at that guy. Oh, how cool is that? Throne of Skulls. So yeah, this is a pretty big dice tower. And that's what I thought I saw, that there was some kind of light element. It's on right now. It must not have any batteries in it. But we got to put some batteries in there. And also roll some dice through here, so I'll be right back. All right, very cool. Just has this little light in there that just cycles through the colors, so there's no, special settings that you can do to make it do certain colors or whatever. But I also just broke out one of these. These are $11. These are the forged dice trays, and they're pretty much like any other snap dice tray, but I thought they were really sweet, especially for like $11. Now let's roll some dice. Now the problem with black dice trays is they show every speck of dust. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, how freaking cool was that? It looked like it just vomited all these D6. Oh man, I freaking love dice. So that is the Forged Grimbones Reaper Dice Tower that just looks so freaking cool. The lighting kind of fades, the colors out here, so I apologize for that, but it looks so freaking sweet in real life. And look how gigantic it is. Now these are 12 millimeter dice, so they're not the normal size 16 mil. So these are like the wargaming handfuls of size dice, but you can just see how big this thing is next to these dice, and you just drop them in the top and out they come. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? All right, folks, that'll do it. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it, and until next time.